For those who pursue it, sport ballooning has an almost mystical appeal. Architect Dick Munday has been an avid balloonist since the early 70s.
You're walking amongst 6- and 7-story buildings of this incredibly colored fabric, and then suddenly they start to lift off, and it's like your world changes. It's magic.
But however fanciful balloons seem, they are the most dangerous of all aircraft. Each year, 1 out of every 50 balloonists has an accident that causes serious injury or death. Yet the sport's popularity continues to rise. Every October, balloonists from all over the world gather in New Mexico for the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. During the 9 days, more than 800 hot air balloons are launched into the skies of the American Southwest. It was there that Dick Munday learned ballooning's golden rule.
It's better to be on the ground wishing you were in the air than to be in the air wishing you were on the ground. And I can tell you that that day, I was wishing I was on the ground.
Festival officials asked Dick to take a reporter up for a ride. He agrees, and he and his crew begin to prepare his balloon, Rosie Baby. Balloons stay aloft with hot air heated by a propane flame. Cut the heat, and they come down. And in ballooning, landings are frequently crash landings. Balloons can't really be steered. They float at the mercy of the wind. But how much wind is safe depends on the pilot's experience and skill, and also on whether the landing terrain is free from obstacles. But more than half of all balloon accidents are related to high winds. On this day, 8-mile-an-hour winds are blowing in Albuquerque. It's what weathermen call gusty. Festival officials issue a warning. Pilots are told to fly at their own discretion.
I had about 250 hours of airtime in hot air balloons. I had developed a level of confidence to take off that day. I made the decision to fly.
About 10 minutes into the flight, the winds increase.
We were moving at a faster rate than I was accustomed to traveling, and I could see other balloons around us having some difficulty maintaining their control over the aircraft.
Dick finds himself in a strong wind, heading straight for the Albuquerque airport. He looks frantically for a safe landing site, then spots what looks like a clear field.
It was fairly small, but I felt that I had enough control over the aircraft that even given the conditions, I could stop in the short distance that we had available in that field.
Al Minazzoli is videotaping the balloon festival from his motel balcony when he sees Rosie Baby approaching.
There was power lines in his way that he probably couldn't see. They blended in. I couldn't see them. I didn't even know they were there.
Dick has no time to raise or lower his balloon.
I was maybe 30, 40 feet from the lines when I saw them. We had 4 or 5 seconds before we impacted. I said to my passenger, we're going into the lines, get in the bottom of the basket, don't touch the metal tanks, and hang on.
Dick barely has time to shut off the propane tanks when his balloon strikes the wires.
Uh-oh. That didn't sound good, did it?
No, it's power lines.
A circuit breaker shuts off the current, but the balloon is caught.
We should go call with ambulance.
Go call something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
For nearly 30 seconds, the balloon hangs precariously.
Call a rescue or something.
And I think, great, we made it. Fuel's all shut off. We're still alive.
But the circuit breaker is programmed to send a test charge through the wires after 30 seconds. Suddenly, 10,000 volts surge through the line.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. It just burned through the roof. Oh, Jesus.
The current ignites residual propane in the hoses. The basket crashes to the ground.
The one person on the right of the bucket got out of the basket. Now, there was somebody else in there.
You could almost feel it. I mean, it was so loud and intense, my heart missed a beat.
I remember seeing the flash. I remember the fall. I don't remember the impact. I remember people arriving. I was out of the basket lying on the ground.
The passenger has only minor injuries, but Dick suffers 6 broken bones, including his ribs, pelvis, and shoulder. An investigation by the Federal Aviation Administration attributes the accident to pilot error.
They were correct. I made the decision to fly, and I made the decision to land. I didn't see the power lines.
Yet Dick feels confident that he did everything he could to minimize the damage.
I think I exercised, given the conditions, good judgment and saved our lives. My passenger and I were fortunate. Had I not turned off the tanks, I'm reasonably sure neither one of us would have survived.
Today, pilots in the Albuquerque balloon fiesta are given detailed maps showing major landmarks, landing sites, and obstacles. Officials now cancel flights if winds reach 10 miles an hour. Balloonists still fly at nature's mercy, playing with fire as they go. Yet, despite the danger, this ancient form of flight continues to weave its spell.